Jesus. Hi guys, it is me. It's the creator of Barber Cookie here. Hi guys. This is how I celebrate Christmas. The hat, that is my Christmas hat. I'm using it for a night lamp. Anyways, how are you guys all doing this fun Wednesday evening? Wednesday. It's Wednesday. No, it's it's Tuesday. Okay. Maybe the day I'm posting this is Wednesday. So, if that is the case, happy Wednesday. I have been waiting to do this video for over a week, 2 weeks now. I was originally going to do something like this for Thanksgiving and Halloween, but then I got lazy. You know me. So today, what am I doing, you ask? Well, I'm going to be reading some two LPS stories that I have made over the past 2 years. I did not make a story this year because I was lazy, you know me. So I was thinking, maybe I should read to you guys, to get you on the Christmas spirit. So we got 2 stories here. We got The Giving Tree and we got A New Christmas Family. And The New Christmas Family I made on 12/24/18, while The Giving Tree I made on 12/24/19. So let's get into it, my people. Let's jump into it. I have no idea where my bed went, but it is okay. So right here we have all the characters that are going to be in the story, and yeah. So we have the characters that are going to be in the story. I gotta separate them real quick. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. These are the characters that are going to be in the first story I'm going to read, called A New Christmas Family. And then these are the characters that are going to be in The Giving Tree. And if you guys been on my account for a very long time, back to when it wasn't called Barber Cookie, then you would very much understand these stories. So let's just hop into it, shall we? Because it's 9/12. Tomorrow's my last day of school before winter break. So, or today, it depends on the day. Probably today, because it is Wednesday, the day I'm posting this. So today's my last day. So, A New Christmas Family. So here we go. So the story starts off like this. God, I'm so bad. All right. So, 11-year-old Violet. Wait, that's so wrong. Wrong character. Oh. It's okay. So, 9-year-old Violet. This is Violet, everybody. Close my door. Oh, look, there's my bow. Never mind, I don't got time to get it. So, 9-year-old Violet sat on top of the hill. She looked over the village. She sighed and sat down. She was an orphan. Her mom and dad had abandoned her when she was 8 because she did something wrong. And then tears filled her eyes at the memory. Who abandons their child? 11-year-old me, who abandons their child because of something wrong they did? Do you not know the purpose of being a parent? Okay, so flashback, December 27, 2004. So the 8-year-old kitten was running around the rooms. In her house, she was playing with her pet cricket, Chip. And this is not how Chip looks, for real. He actually looks like Mimi/Gigi from LPS Popular series, except I do not have any molds of the old crickets, and I'm so mad because I really need some. So, let's just pretend this is a older LPS cricket, but it's a new one. I'm gonna get you, you crazy cricket, she said to the cricket. She said to her pet. The cricket jumped on the table and she stopped running. This is gonna be easy, said Violet with a creepy smile on her face. She got on her 2 back paws and reached for the cricket. The cricket hopped off the table. Okay, let's do this. I thought this was cute. I mean, it's just them playing in the house, you know. But then again, why don't you two just go outside? Like, what the heck? It makes sense. It's not a playground. But the parents are being the hella worse. Why the hell would they just get rid of her? Just for that. Just get a freaking new TV. It's not that fucking hard. So, okay, let's do this. She ran to the cricket and caught up to him. Gotcha. She wrapped her arms around the cricket and they rolled together. Whoa, she yelled. And the crickets, her and the cricket, why didn't I just write she and the cricket? So she yelled, she and the cricket crashed into the TV, causing it to fall onto them and make a loud crashing sound. How does she not die from that? It depends on the TV. It really does depend on the TV. I'm just going to pretend like it's a big flat screen TV. And it did not fall on her head, so she's okay. And by the way, this is LPS World. So, whoa, okay. The cricket squeezed out of the mess. Chip, Chip, wondered the cricket. Violet groaned. It's okay, Chip. I'm fine. She was stuck under the TV. She tried to get from under it, but she was way too hurt. Her mom and dad ran into the room. Violet, what the tail is going on here? My 2018 language. Okay, Violet, what the tail is going on here? Asked her mom. I was just playing with my cricket and not too young. Oh wait, I forgot to introduce. Sorry. This is Violet's mom, Bonita. In real life, she is a lesbian. Like, out of the story, she is a lesbian. This is Bonita. And then this is her so-called husband. She's mad because she's a lesbian. And I'm just like, ma'am, you're gonna have to be straight for 5 minutes. Can you just be straight for 5 minutes? So, not too young, another word. Oh, wrong characters. Sorry. But anyway, I'll get to these guys later. Not another word, young lady, said her, wait. I'm sorry, I have to do this over again. This is her mom and this is her dad. So, I pick them looking musty because they're musty for getting rid of her. Violet, what the tail is going on in here? I was just playing with my cricket. And not another word, young lady, said her dad. Mommy, Daddy, it was by accident. The two grew mad. We told you not to play in the house, screamed her dad. I cannot believe you disobeyed us, said her mom. I can't do this anymore, said her dad. He violently yanked her from under the TV. Jesus Christ, sir, you don't have to yank her out of the TV. God, Daddy, it was an accident, said Violet as she whimpered. I freaking told you not to play in the house with your pet. Yo, y'all are being idiots. This is such bad writing. Oh my God. I know this was made in 2018. I was like 12. But this is awful. 2 years later, I'm 14. I'm like, what the fuck was I writing? I freaking told you not to play with your pet in the house. He grabbed the kitten and the cricket Her mother Violet's mom opened the door and Violet's father threw her and the cricket out of the door. Stay out of this family, he called as he slammed the door. Violet looked up with tears in her eyes as she and Chirp slowly walked along the sidewalk. Oh, poor baby. Why would they do that to her? Okay, back to these two. Okay. They never really loved her. She did nothing wrong. I just want you to know, little child, that you did nothing wrong. You were just having fun with your cricket. Okay. Violet sighed. If only I had a family who really loved me, she said. She walked over to a nearby tree. She walked over to a nearby tree. She knew. Christmas. Wait, what the fuck? Oh! Why is it? Oh my God. She said. She walked over to a nearby tree. She knew Christmas this year would be hard. Christmas was in 10 more days. Her cricket ran over to her. Chirp, he said. He had an apple in his mouth. He began to eat it. The kitten's stomach started to growl. Chip noticed and gave his apple to Violet. Oh, Chip is so sweet. No, it's okay. We'll go to the village and get some breadsticks. With what money? You have no money, Violet. She said. The cricket kept on eating. Oh, wow. So you're just going to eat? Okay, but she said no. So, you know what? Violet got up and started looking around. She saw another pine cone and placed it on the tree. She and Chip were... Oh, shit. I'm just going to put them right there. I'm sorry, everybody, but, okay. Violet got up and started looking around, and she saw another pine cone, and she placed it on the tree that she and Chip were decorating. Oh, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I cannot read this. This is 2018 language. I speak 2020 language. Okay, she couldn't... Wait, shit. Okay, Violet got up and started looking around. She saw another pine cone, and she placed it on the tree she and Chip were next to the... What the fuck? On the tree that she and Chip were next to the one they've been... What? You know what? I'm just going to forget it. But I'm going to just pretend like it says the tree that she and Chip were decorating since day 1 of December. The small kitten sighed. She missed her family. Don't miss your family. They were selfish for leaving you like that. Don't be sad. You just be glad that if they got rid of you, that means they never cared for you. So just be glad that you're out of that family. But I understand, child. I'd be upset too. She couldn't believe how selfish they were. Her stomach growled again. Come on, Chip. Let's go get those breadsticks. The cricket jumped up and down and followed her to the village. She ran down the hill as fast as she can before rolling down. Whoa! At the bottom, she bumped into a tree. Ugh. The cricket saw her and slid down on his stomach to the kitten. I'm fine, Chip. Let's go. She got on her legs to the village. Okay, and now the second half of the story. She could smell the delicious bread in the air. This way, boy, she said to the cricket, and there it was. Oh, wait. This way, boy, she said to her cricket. There it was, the breadstick stand. Only problem is she didn't have money. The kid was only 9. I almost forgot about that stuff. Violet, just because it's been a year since you've been abandoned, that doesn't give you the right to forget. Never mind. This is 2018 language, so, you know. I almost forgot about that stuff. She walked away sadly, but the cricket quickly got one. Violet turned the other way and saw her pet get in the bread, and she grabbed her bow with both paws. Chip! Okay, so if you guys don't understand what that means, you know how when we get scared or stressed or anything, we grab, our hair with our 2 hands. And so, let's just pretend that she has a bow on her head. And then she's stressed out, and she grabs the bow with both of her front paws. That's what I mean. Chip! He ran to her with the breadstick in his mouth. Thanks, boy. Chip is a badass. He just stole a breadstick. Oh my god. She took one bite out of it before running to the right. She looked around and saw the family and friends. One family was caroling, another was skating, and a few others were having a snow fight. Violet frowned slightly. Come on, Chirp. Let's go back to the... She bumped into another kid and fell backwards. So, here's our new character, everybody. So let's just... I'm sorry, she said. It's okay, laughed the kid. Here, let me help you up. The kitten held out her paw at the 9-year-old. My name's Clara. What's yours? I'm Violet, said the kitten. She dropped her bread out of her mouth. Man, I wasn't done, she said sadly. It's okay. My family's having dinner at my house. Wanna come? Yep, said Violet. Where are your parents? Asked Clara. I don't have any. My mom and dad abandoned me. Clara felt her heart shatter. Oh, I'm sorry. An idea popped in her head. Come with me. Violet walked with the girl. Come on, Chirp. Come on, Chip, called Violet. Chip barked and caught up to Violet and her new friend. Okay, this is a little bit off topic. Can I just say something? I find it adorable that this community finds the crickets as as dogs and cats. I just find that very much adorable. In the LPS universe, crickets are either a dog or a cat. I find that very much adorable. I don't know why. Come on, Chip. Is that your pet cricket? Asked Clara. Yep, his name is Chip. He's so cute, said Clara. Violet picked up Chip so Clara can pet him. All right, my house is straight this way. Come on, yelled Clara. Wait, yelled? She's right next to you. You don't have to yell. The kittens and the cricket walked up to this beautiful house. It had lights and a Santa Claus in the front door. Your house is so cute, said Violet. Thanks, said Clara. She walked up. Oh my god, I'm on 10%. Oh my god. Alright, y'all. Luckily, this is a computer, and so I can just, do this real quick. And then, boop, it's charging. Don't allow, please. Anyway, wait. Okay, where was I? Thanks, said Clara. She walked up to the door, and Violet and Chip followed her in. Right this way, she said as they walked in the house. Mom, I got a friend over, yelled Clara. Her mom came downstairs. Hi. Hey. I don't know why it's so funny. Hey. Hi, said Violet with a shy smile. Hey, sweetie, what's your name? I'm Violet. Oh, wait, I forgot. This is Clara's mom. Mom, I got a friend over. Her mom came downstairs. Hi. Hi, said Violet with a shy smile. Hey, sweetie, what's your name? I'm Violet. That's a cute name, said her mom. Violet blushed. Oh, it's nothing. Clara began to speak up. So I met her in the street in the village, and her family abandoned her, she said sadly. Young lady, that is not nice to say, her mother said angrily. It's true, said Violet, looking down. Clara's mom gasped. She couldn't imagine she couldn't imagine how being abandoned felt, even for a child. How old are you? I'm 9. Clara's mom shook her head. How would you like to live with us? I should have added this. Then an idea popped into her head. How would you like to live with us, Vi? The kitten's eyes lit up. Oh, yes, that would be the best Christmas Eve present ever, she said, hugging her new mom. But y'all do realize y'all gonna have to sign some applications and stuff like that to make her legally your child, because you can't just get a child off the street. But apparently I did not know that back in 2018, but I don't know how this stuff works. she said, hugging her new mom. Clara joins the hug as Chip barks. The new family broke the hug. Tears filled Violet's eyes. This is everything I've ever wanted. She hugged Clara tightly. Come on, kids, let's eat dinner and go to sleep so Santa can come tonight, said Clara's mom. Do you have any apples for Chip? Asked Violet. Yes, I do, said Clara's mom, and she grabbed a small bowl from the kitchen and put 2 red apples in it. Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. Oh my god. They're so cute. They're such a cute family. Look at these 4. Look at them. Clara, her mom, and Violet. Look at how cute they are. I should make another story with them. But I don't know if I'm going to make a Christmas story this year, you know. And so, back to the story. The 9-year-old kitten... The 9-year-old's stomach started to growl loudly. Violet blushed brightly red. Everyone in the room laughed. That is my biggest fear. That is so embarrassing. Oh my god. Dinner is served, said Clara's mom. They were having a special Christmas Eve dinner as they talked about some embarrassing moments in life. Only this family would do that. Because my family, I don't even know where I came up with this idea. My family does not have Christmas Eve dinners, nor do we talk about embarrassing moments. The only time we talked about embarrassing moments was February 2018. I remember the date, yes. So, we were talking about embarrassing moments. I also realized 2018 was such a long year, but it was a really good one too. But 2018 went on for so long, and for what? The longest year of my life was 2018. So, like I said, we were talking about embarrassing moments, like, because my cousin came over and we were having, like, lunch together, and so we were having fun telling embarrassing stories, and each story just kept on getting funnier, but the story that had to take the cake was my mom's story. We was dying for days, but I think that was in March. I don't think that, yeah, it was in March or February. It was sometime around that time. I don't remember. So, what was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? Asked Clara to Violet. Well, this one time I was walking in the store with my mom and dad, and I thought this lady was my mom, and I went up to her and I was like, Mom! But it wasn't her. The two laughed. Oh my goodness, said Clara's mom. What's your most embarrassing moment, Clara? Asked Violet. Clara began to tell them. I assumed today that Clara's story was way too embarrassing, and that's why I didn't write it. Because, okay, let's just pretend this. Let's just say that the most embarrassing thing that happened to Clara, I'm just going to come up with one. The most embarrassing thing that happened to Clara was her and her best friend, the first name that popped, Clara and her best friend Sydney were sitting at the table. I don't know. I'm just coming up with anything. I had to think of a name. The first name that came up to my head was Sid. So her and her best friend Sid were sitting at the table, and so Clara was drinking some water, and then Sid squirted the water she was drinking into her mouth. And so then she and Sid looked at each other, and then they started laughing, and then Clara turned her head to the side and spat on another child. And by the way, that's something that happened in real life. This happened last year. And it's so funny because my friend did exactly what I told you guys to me. And so it was so funny. Oh my god, I feel so bad for that girl, but I'm laughing. Okay, Clara began to tell them. Once the family was done eating, Clara's dad, this is Clara's dad, washed all the dishes and came into the living room with the 3. So they're just going to join. They're just sitting right here, listening to me read, just the family, the squad. So they're just sitting bad. And so, this is better so that, it doesn't really count as off topic. So, these are the Violet and Clara were sitting next to the tree and eating some sweets while putting the ornaments on the tree. These are the best candy canes I ever tasted, said Violet. I know, said Clara. Chip came to them and Violet gave him a piece of candy cane. Did he choke? That's a candy cane. Did he not choke, or what happened? That's a piece of candy cane. Okay, girls, let's go upstairs and get ready for bed. Santa can't come until everyone's asleep. The girls cheered and ran upstairs. Violet washed up as Clara brushed her teeth. Clara already got in the shower. Once they were done, they got into bed, and Chip got a little dog bed of his own. But the dog bed is actually a pillow. Clara gave her a pillow. Bed as Violet grabbed to watch some covers and a pillow to sleep on the floor. Clara turned on the TV to watch Home Alone. Oh my god, so last night me and my mom were watching Home Alone Part 2 and I absolutely died watching it. I was about to cry. And I've watched this so many times, but this time I was just wheezing. Why is it so funny? Home Alone brings me joy. If you don't like Home Alone, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. This has been the best Christmas Eve so far, said Violet. Hey, want to sleep in my bed? The floor is as hard as a rock, said Clara. Without hesitation, Violet jumped on the bed and fell right asleep as Clara rubbed her back and fell asleep. Oh, they're so cute! Oh my god, okay. Cute! The next day was Christmas. Violet jumped on her new sibling. Wake up, Clara! It's Wake up, Clara! It's Christmas, she yelled. Clara fell off the bed and giggled. Okay, let's go downstairs. Damn, she just knocked her off the bed. Okay, cool. The two ran downstairs. There were so many gifts under the tree that they couldn't count. That's when their mom and dad came downstairs. Oh, shoot, shit. Got it. I got it. That's when, oh my god, where the fuck was I left off? That's when their mom and dad came downstairs and smiled. Clara smiled as she gave her mom and dad their gifts. Clara's dad opened his gift and he laughed. This is everything I wanted. It was a scarf. He gave Clara a hug. Then her mom opened hers and inside was some fish. Ew, raw fish? Or it doesn't even matter what type of fish it is. That's disgusting. But it's a mouse. It's like a toy fish. You know, this is an LPS world, so even the adults play with toys in this universe, so I don't know. It's not a toy fish. She's an adult. It's like a sculpture fish, like, you know, something like this. I don't know. This is... Aw, thanks, honey. She hugged her. Hey, Violet, I have a lot of gifts, and I don't think Santa brought you something. Violet looked under the tree and noticed she was right. Violet looked down sadly. Just then, Clara grabbed the present under the tree and gave it to her. I want you to have this, said Clara with a warm smile. What? No, it's yours! Clara laughed. Look at the tree. I have so many gifts and you have none. Merry Christmas, new sister. Violet's eyes filled with tears. Oh, this is adorable, said her mother as tears filled her eyes. This is the best Christmas present ever, said Violet. She hugged her new sister. She knew forever she would have a caring family. Oh, God, that's so cute. Oh, my God. god, that's... Normally, I would think it's cheesy, but honestly, reading it again today, I find it super adorable. And so the next story has a little bit more of a deeper tone. Or cheesy, I don't know. The next story I'm going to read is called The Giving Tree. And I may or may not have cried a little bit when I made it. I might have. It made me sad. It made me sad myself. So I'm going to put all of these characters right here. And now we only down to 2 characters. Josh and Mabel. And so let me give you a little background. This is Jimmy. Jimmy is not a boy. He is actually transgender. So instead of he, it's a she. So Jimmy is a girl. So pronounce her as she. So that's why she's in the story. Even though her name is Jimmy, she is a girl. So, the next story I'm going to read, it made me so sad. I reread it last week and I started tearing up a little bit. I mean, why? Why was I so mean to this poor puppy? So evil. But anyway, if you guys are new to my account, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So, here we go. This next story is called The Giving Tree. It's been a while since I made a story, so here's a short Christmas story. And so, it says Merry Christmas Eve, and so the story takes place December 22nd, 1983. And also, real quick, I want to show you guys something. It's a link. It looks like a link, so I'm going to click on it. Site cannot be reached. Amino, please get your stuff together. Get it together, please. So, here we go. It was a beautiful snowy December, and this story is more readable. I love how readable this story is. My old story, I had a hard time understanding, but since I made this last year and I knew pacing and spacing was a thing, I can read this more properly now. And I'm happy about that. And why do I keep getting Boston mixed with Brownsville? Like, I was watching I'm Not Okay With This, and I was like, where was it filmed? And so it said Brownsville, and I read it as Boston. I'm done with everything. So this story is called The Giving Tree. So let's read it. It was a beautiful snowy December in the city of Boston. The snow was falling, pets were caroling, pets were getting cozy, pets were drinking warm milk, and children were having a good time. Everyone in Boston had a good time in December. Well, some. Up on the very mountain lived a small of the city lived a small family. A little girl and her father. The two lived together for 3 months after the death of the poor little girl's mother. But the father did everything he can to keep her happy, safe, and most importantly, loved. The two were sitting by the Christmas tree when little Mabel, this is Mabel, looked out of the window. She stared at the tall, lanky tree that seemed to glow with life. Hey, Papa? Yes, Pumpkin? So, just a quick FYI, the story gets confusing. I am such a fucking bad writer because, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to write my thought. I'm just going to say my thoughts after I read. Yes, Papa? Wait, hey, Papa, she started. Yes, Pumpkin? Why does that tree always glow when I look at it? Mr. Josh looked at his little girl and gave her a small smile. But then again, this story was recently planted. I just had to. This tree was planted like 1 month ago, and the mother died 3 months ago. So, like a year ago. So, never mind. Mr. Josh looked at his little girl and gave her a small smile. That's the tree of life. And so, I'm gonna have the characters like so you can see the two characters that are involved in the story. There. Mr. Josh looked at his little girl and gave her a small smile. That's the tree of life. The tree of life? It's basically a tree that heals the sick and heals the hurt. All you need to feel better is a small dash of joy and hope. Mabel and Josh looked at the tree. Its beautiful light branches shined with life and ruffled softly. Mabel's small puppy tail wagged softly. It's so pretty, she said with sparkling soft eyes. I know, isn't it? Said Josh. Yeah, Mama would have loved it, she said softly. Oh, the poor baby. Oh my God, poor child. Josh looked sadly at his baby girl. He felt horrible she had to go through that. Unbearable. He placed his paw on her back and gave her a small smile. Let's go finish that hot cocoa and cookies, he said. Mabel looked at her papa and skipped into the kitchen, where her and Josh would bake cookies for the two of them, like Mama used to when she was around. When the cookies were done, Mabel and Josh sat by the tree and ate their cookies. Mabel just kept staring at that tree, wishing that tree could have helped her mother. Why couldn't I just plant the tree earlier? This is breaking me, and I wrote it. The two looked at each other and smiled warmly. Thanks for the cookies, Papa. They're the best. No problem, sweetie. I'm glad you helped me too. I'm always willing to help. Mabel is so cute. Oh my God, she is so cute. Oh my God. She's baby. She's so adorable. I will protect her. I will protect this baby at all costs. No problem, sweetie. I'm glad you helped me too. I'm always willing to help. Josh gave Mabel a small smile and ruffled her small head. Mabel chuckled and smiled softly. The two finished their cookies and started getting ready for bed. Mabel got in her bed and Josh came to her room. He sat on the hem of her bed and kissed her small head. That rhymes. He sat on the hem of her bed and kissed her small head. Wait, did I read that right? He sat on the hem of her bed and kissed her small head. Rhymes. Mabel's eyes twinkled. Good night, sweetie, he said softly. I love you. Sweet dreams. He walked out of the room and closed the door. Mabel looked around the room and hugged her small teddy. She tiptoed to the window and looked at the tree. It was so beautiful. Its green leaves twinkled softly, and the winter snow covered the green tree. It was life-giving, like Papa had said. It gave her life, too. She took another stare until she went back to her bed. She closed her puppy eyes and fell asleep. So, December 23rd, 1983. This adorable little baby. I really don't want nothing bad to happen to her. Like, I will protect this baby at all costs. So, Mabel woke up the next morning, but felt awful, horrible. She was barely breathing. Her eyes felt heavy, her head was doing flips, and her tummy felt bad. Is this COVID? I mean, I made this story around when COVID came around, but it was all the way in China, not in the US, but still. She hadn't been sick before, but this time it felt intense, almost like she was dying. She let out a small but horrible moan. This was nothing like a small cold she got during the winter. Josh was already downstairs making Mabel's favorite breakfast, waffles. Echoes, because why not? They're echoes. She likes echoes. Again, this takes place in 1983 when echoes were around, so she's eating echoes. Okay, I'm sorry. Once the waffles popped out of the toaster, Josh called her down. Mabel, sweetheart, breakfast is done. Nothing. Mabel, sweetheart? He called again. Still no answer. He was a little worried. She always came running downstairs when he heard he made her favorite breakfast. He heard a whimper come from the room. He placed down his coffee and slowly walked upstairs. Sweetie, he said. He went to her room and there she was. She looked awful. Hey, sweetie, are you okay? She opened her eyes softly and whimpered. No, she said softly. He felt her head and winched. Oh, wow, you're burning. He looked at her, then to the door. I'll be back with the thermometer. He dashed out the door. She waited until he came back with the thermometer. 107 degrees. Damn, child. Yeah, she's got corona. I'm just gonna pretend like this is COVID. I don't know what she had, but it was a really bad fever. If the temperature's 107 degrees, that's not okay. That temperature was way too high to be from a small child like her. Take her to the fucking hospital. I do not care if it's 3 a.m. Take her to the hospital. Idiot. Your temperature's really high, sweetie. I'll be back with a rag. He dashed out of the room. He dashed out of the room with anxiety rushed up to the roof. He came back in the room with a cold rag. He placed it on the poor kid's head and gave his little girl a sad face. She sat up but fell back down. Poor thing couldn't even sit up. Oh no, he said, putting a paw over her head. You don't have hands, you'll have paws, he said, putting a paw over her head. You're staying in bed until you get better. Now stay in bed. I'll be back. No, she whined softly. Josh felt bad. He knew how fevers can make small children more afraid, but he had to get some things for her. I don't know. I read somewhere that high fevers can make children, anxious, which is very much understandable. When I was little and I was sick, I didn't want anybody to leave me, so I'll be back, sweet girl. I won't be long. Mabel looked sadly around and waited until her father came in the room with, what was that thing called again? Oh, right, a guitar. She couldn't think straight with this fever. Josh gave her a teaspoon of the medicine and sat on the bed with her. He felt her head, and her fever seemed to be a little bit higher. A knot formed in his stomach. This wasn't healthy at all. He shook off the anxiety and picked up his guitar. It's okay, baby. Let me play you a little song. He strummed his guitar softly and hummed the song that Mama used to sing to her whenever Mabel got sick. You are hurting this poor child. I'm sorry. Poor baby. But this is so sweet. I mean, this is literally so sweet. I'm in my feels. Everybody shut up! I'm in my feels. Okay. Mabel opened her tiny eyes and started humming along with him. Her heart ached. She remembered when her mom used to sing this to her. Poor baby. Let me hug her. Oh my God, no. She let a small tear slip from her eye. Josh did the same. Why do I do this type of stuff to myself? It's okay to feel it. What the fuck? I'm sorry, that just ruined my moments. Why the fuck would it do that? God. I lost the paragraph, sorry. At least this is goodly spaced. If it wasn't goodly spaced, I would be raging right now. But since it's better spaced than 2018 was, then okay, there we go. I would be mad. It's okay to feel upset about your mother, he started. I can't imagine how much pain you've been feeling these past 3 months. New Wattpad story. Mabel let a few more tears slip from her eyes. Josh felt bad. His small baby girl, his company, was in emotional pain and now was horribly sick. Poor baby, she's only 6. Leave the poor child alone. He hugged her more, and then the moment was over. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Mabel thought for a moment until her small tummy grumbled softly, but she felt awful and certainly didn't want to eat. I hate it when that happens. I like how when you're not hungry, your stomach still decides to growl at you. Especially when you're sick, that's like a whole different type of annoyance and nausea fuel. I don't know. She looked up at her father and said, "No, Papa, I'm not that hungry." "Are you sure?" "I'm positive, Papa. I don't feel too great." You know, it would have been a little bit funny if I just added this. Well, your tummy's telling me a different story. But I didn't add that, because why not? "Sweetie, you gotta put something in your belly to feel better." She thought for another moment, but then gave in. "Okay, Papa. I'll be back with some chicken noodle." He rushed downstairs and whipped up some soup. He made it with love and hoped that it would make her feel better. He brought it upstairs and he looked at Mabel. She looked even more horrible. "Here, sweetie, drink this." He handed her some water and waited till she was done. Then he picked up the spoon and brought it up to the 6-year-old's face. The little girl made an ack sound and backed up. "Not hungry," she said softly. "Come on, just 4 bites, please." Mabel leaned closer and sipped the soup. The old 4 bites always works on her. After 4 bites, Mabel felt an uncomfortable twist in her tummy. She knew what it meant. She leaned to the side and threw up in her trash can. "Oh, shit," said Josh under his breath. He patted her back softly 3 times until she was done. She whined softly and cried again. He didn't know what to do anymore. He tried everything, but nothing worked. His poor little girl was as sick as a moth. She laid back down in her bed and fell asleep. Josh went back to her room and checked it. So later at 4:25 p.m., Josh went back to her room and checked her temperature. 10.9 degrees. Josh cursed out loud. That was way more higher. He looked at her face. She was struggling to open her eyes. This was hopeless. He began panicking and paced around the room. Poor thing. He ran down the stairs and sat in his chair in distress. His little girl was dying. He looked outside and stared at the tree. He saw it's giving branches, giving life to everything. It's the finest tree you have ever seen. Maybe, before he can think more, he heard a painful scream. "Papa, Papa!" cried Mabel. Josh's heart raced as he ran upstairs. He heard her scream in pain again. This has never happened before. "Papa," she said weakly. What the hell was that? "It's okay, honey. I'm here. Papa's here." He felt her head. It was as hot as a burning stove. He cried softly. He didn't cry so much around her because he knew how sensitive she was, but here, he gave up. Oh God. That hits close. That really hits close. It's like he never cries around her, but then she's dying, or when they're talking about her mom and they're both crying. Oh God. Help. He held her in his arms and she gave a small innocent cough. Papa. She suddenly got cold. No. That's all he can think of. She gave him a weak smile before her body became lightless. I told you this was Corona. But all jokes aside, oh my God, oh no, poor thing. Josh cried out. He couldn't believe it. His poor baby girl, his only daughter, who had a terrible 3 months of emotional pain, was about to have a perfect Christmas, has been alive for 6 years, laying in his own paws. I finally said pause. Finally says pause, actually. Okay, back to the story. He cried and couldn't stop. He wrapped her up in the blanket and took her downstairs. He stared out the window with red eyes. The tree of life started to glow. Of course! He took Mabel out of the yard and placed her by the tree. Okay, so, like I was saying, this was my complaint about the story that I made, but then it makes sense because this tree is magical, and somebody planted it 2 months ago after her mom died, and so it can only work on, like, it can't work on bones, obviously. It cannot work on bones, and her mom pretty much turned into a skeleton, so it couldn't work on her. But it can work on her maybe it can work on her. I don't know. Come on, baby, he said with big eyes. Nothing. Oh, tree, giver of life, my poor baby, please bring her back to life. She doesn't deserve any of this. Still nothing. He sobbed and hugged Mabel tight. Please, baby, don't leave me. I love you so much, please. This tree didn't do anything. He looked at his baby. He couldn't do anything, nor cut the tree. Oh my god, but keep reading. I think it gets better. Before he could walk away, a small golden light spread across the tree. He watched in awe as the tree began to give life. One of the branches picked Mabel with a leaf. No, one of the branches picked up Mabel while a leaf touched her heart. Her body glowed and so did the tree. He smiled, then cried. The tree stopped glowing, and the branch slowly placed her on the ground. Josh went to her and hugged her. Mabel, baby, Papa? Papa! She hugged him tightly, and so did Josh. Josh cried, then laughed. I thought I lost you. You won't ever lose me, Papa. That tree will keep me in great health, she said. Oh, for this tree to be in real life. But this is fiction. Oh, baby, he kissed her, and Mabel giggled softly. They hugged for a few minutes before going inside. So, time skip, a couple days later, it's December 25th. Merry Christmas, Papa! Mabel stood in front of Josh holding a gift. Mabel had opened all her gifts, but hadn't given her father his. Aw, thank you, sweetie. He took the gift and opened it. He unwrapped the gift and almost cried. A small photo of the entire family with a frame that says, Best Family Ever. Oh, that's so cute. I couldn't think of anything else, but I had to think of something sweet. He looked at the photo and hugged Mabel. Thank you so much, darling. You're welcome, Papa. So, are you ready? Said Papa. For what? Oh, yes. Mabel gave Josh a devilish look. It was time to play in the snow. They chased each other and threw snowballs, went sledding. Then when they got tired, they went inside and drank some hot cocoa. Yo, I'm so excited. It's official. This video was posted on December 23rd, 2020. So today I'm gonna be caroling on Zoom with my choir, with my Christian children, and then we're gonna make some hot cocoa. I don't know, that last line, drank hot cocoa, just reminds me of the fun we're gonna have today on Zoom. Before they went inside, Mabel went to the tree. Thank you for saving my life, she said softly. She took a final stare at the tree before Josh called her inside. She smiled at the tree and ran and smiled, while the tree just kept on giving life with its beautiful branches. The end. So, and just like that, my dudes, those are the 2 Christmas stories I made over the past 2 years. And I just wanted to share it with you guys, with you new Barbara Cookie fans, you know, 'cause But if you guys have been on my channel a pretty long time, this was like a reread to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. And so here's the cast of both stories. They have been very wonderful today, and now it's time to go put them back on their respective couches. And right there in the back, this is my fabulous wall. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and Merry early Christmas, guys. And a Happy New Year. We really hope that 2021 will be better than this awful year. So, bye, y'all. Say bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching the video. Adios.